It's Song Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to Song Talk Radio, the show where we share tips and tricks on becoming better songwriters. I'm your host tonight, Phil Emery. Neil, my usual partner in crime, is away on assignment. Don't forget, we love to hear your thoughts or questions on anything we talk about here on the show. So send us an email to feedback@songtalk.ca and we'll share them on the show. Tonight, our guest is Maclayne. Maclayne is a Calgary and Toronto-based independent singer-songwriter whose music is as hooky and as quirky as it is sincere and moving. A gifted storyteller with a natural ability to connect deeply with her audience, she delivers relatable folk pop songs with a voice of striking character and warmth. Her debut album, Off the Deep End, was named one of the year's best by the Calgary Herald and CBC Calgary. She was recently nominated for 3 YYC Calgary Music Awards and is currently recording her opening album set for release in spring of 2027. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Phil.
Now, so what is your process of writing songs? Do you start off on the guitar or are you starting off with a lyric? How are you getting things started usually?
Usually for me, a song starts from the concept, actually. So I'm really inspired by story. So once I have an idea for a song, like, oh, this would be interesting to capture an emotion that's, a story that goes from here to here, or a feeling that's both this and this together, and I get kind of a metaphor in mind, that often will come with one lyrical inspiration. And then as soon as I have a lyric, I can kind of get a short little melody that goes with that lyric. And if I like the melody enough, then I call that a song seed. And then I can grow the song from that seed.
What a great way of approaching it. I never heard of anyone starting off with a concept before.
Thanks. I guess that's just what inspires me personally. It's what I find most interesting about songs.
Is that sort of how you've always done it, or is this something you sort of stumbled on, or how does that work?
I think that's something that I've always done. It's kind of come naturally to me because I'm always kind of contemplating life and nature and situations. And when I find something interesting that can't really be described with normal words, then a song feels like the right place to put it.
Wow, that is so cool. How are you keeping track of your song ideas? Are you writing them down or putting them on your phone? Or
I have 3,200 voice notes. So it's all if I have a song idea, I'll just pull out my phone and record a voice note real quick. And so then I never title it because it's always just in the moment.
Yeah.
So the voice notes app titles it automatically with the address you're at. And so I just have hundreds of untitled voice notes that.
Now, do you go through, because a lot of people do this, and I always wonder, but do you actually go through them and then try to sort them out, or is it the ones that just sort of you remember?
It's kind of a combination of both. I believe the Beatles, when they used to write, I heard that they would say that if they couldn't remember the song the next day, then it was probably not a very good song. So it's somewhat like that. If a song that I come up with idea gets stuck in my head, I'll know, okay, got to go back to it. And then I really go back and listen to the voice notes that I took. But there's so many songs that have been just lost in the archives. But now and then I'll kind of pick up my phone and go through the voice notes and give them titles. And I'll be like, oh, that was actually a really good idea. I should write that song.
That's great. How are you handling your lyric? Are you, you say you start off you get sort of a phrase, I guess, and a key phrase and a key melody?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it won't be the key phrase of the song that I first come up with, but lyrics generally come from a pretty personal place for me and pretty natural. I tend to write what I would maybe write in my diary, or a turn of phrase that kind of just sounds cool, just the sounds together feel good, and it offers a metaphor. It has some lyrical devices in it, poetic devices. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just stumble upon them, I guess. I do a lot of walking.
Walking is great for that kind of thing, actually, just to work through. So when you're now, what is your editing process? Are you going, when you write them down, do you go through and sort of rework lines, or do they come out sort of fully formed?
It really depends on the song. I think sometimes a lyric will come out fully formed, and that feels like a miracle when that happens. But more often than not, I'm kind of getting a really, really inspired, like beautiful, perfect, fully formed part of the song. And then after that, I'm like, okay, now I got to build this, build this, build this. It feels a little bit more effortful.
Hmm.
And then I'll have once I have a full draft one, I'm feeling pretty good. I let the song rest for a while. And then
Hmm.
because I'm kind of sick of it by
Yeah.
that point, and I'll come back to it. And if I still like it, then I'll go through and just play it 100 times. And
Right.
whatever is not feeling like it's flowing quite right, or I come up with a new idea. Often I don't. I come up with a new with revisions to the lyrics when I'm not trying to do it, like when I'm showering or walking, as you said.
Yeah. What are you bouncing? Like, are you recording these sort of songs to listen back to them, or is this quality control done while as you're performing?
Definitely, I tend to. No, not while I'm hurt. Like, do you mean performing by myself or
Yeah,
performing?
like yeah, playing on your own. I mean, it's
Both, I think. But once I'm kind of like, I'll sit and focus on a song for an amount of time. And then once I feel like I have a new version, I'll definitely take a voice note of that. And then I'll listen to that the next few days and kind of make my edits from there.
oh, cool. Have you ever explored any co-writing situations?
Yes, co-writing is a big goal of mine. I tend to be a lone writer, um, and I get really in my head when I'm co-writing. Writing feels like such a personal thing to me. So co-writing is definitely something that puts me out of my comfort zone, but I'm really trying to get more into that now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a great thing to do. It opens up connections, and of course the music industry is as they always say is a people industry, and the more people you know, the
totally.
better. It's
Yeah.
it's such an important thing, and if you happen to be an introvert, it can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. It is a bit of a struggle sometimes. And like, yeah, but co-writing, I think like in a co-writing situation, I definitely thrive more if someone is coming with an idea like that of their song that I can kind of like add to or like quote unquote top line on, but like or edit because I'm really good in that. I can offer great critique, I think.
Yeah.
But when it comes to starting from scratch on a song, that is something that I would like to practice more of because that's significantly out of my comfort zone.
Do you like do lyrics come to you easier or music? Do you think?
I don't know. They it depends on the day. I don't really have an answer for
Okay.
that honestly. They kind of like come together.
Because starting off with a concept, um,
Well,
are you then sort of like creating these stories sort of out of whole cloth, or so often like we'll be in a situation and someone breaks your heart, and then you write this song about a very specific situation, which is tough. Which is okay to get 4 songs, but if you want to have 30 songs, it's hard to live that way. So how are you once you get this concept and your key melodies, how are you developing these stories?
hmm, how am I developing this? Well, I did have a thought. Maybe this is not directly answering your question, but going around it a little bit. But I would say the lyric does come easier to me than generally the music, like in
Hmm.
terms of picking amazing chords or writing riffs in the song. That stuff is not really coming that naturally to me, and I prefer to work with other musicians to really build out the music end of it. But melody comes very easy to me. So lyric and melody, I would say, are about equal, but then as the body of the song goes or other instrumentation and stuff, that's something that's not as easy for me.
Cool. Yeah, it's well, we all have our struggling. Mine is uh, my biggest challenge is always lyric, because I write the whole song and record it and produce it, and the last thing I do is lyrics.
Yeah.
So we all have our ways of doing things, and it's good. Now, do you ever go through a process where you're challenging yourself and not doing things the way that you've always done them?
What a good question. I would say that I like to challenge in terms of songwriting. Honestly, not often. I tend to do what comes naturally to me, but I would like to challenge myself more. But I definitely do challenge myself in terms of performance and my live show, and I'm always kind of pushing myself in that aspect.
That's really cool. So let's talk about the song There You Are.
Okay.
Tell us about the song. How did you come up with this one?
The song has such a good story, actually. So I was in this songwriting course. It was called Write On in Calgary. And this was back in 2023. And we had to come up with a song each month. But I was on a trip at the time after going through a breakup. I was on a 2 month, well, it turned out to be 4 months actually, trip. I was in Guatemala. And at the time when I came up with the idea for this song, I was actually at if you know what ecstatic dancing is, it's kind of just,
Yeah.
oh, of course. Okay. Love it. Okay. So we're on the same page. So I was at an ecstatic dance in the jungle of Guatemala. It was
Cool.
ideal. And a song came on that was my recently ex-boyfriend's favorite song, and I was dancing with somebody else to his favorite song, and I was like, "Wow!" Like that's such a moment. And so I went to my journal, which I had brought with me to the ecstatic dance, and I scribbled down some lyrics, and I wrote the first verse at that dance and the first pre-chorus, and then I finished the chorus the next day, just like sitting on the beach. And I made up I didn't feel inspired after that. I kind of made up some filler or something for the rest of the song and submitted it to my class because it was due the next day to write a song once per month. So I guess that's something that I've done to challenge myself.
Deadlines are good.
Yeah, deadlines are good. And then actually I let the song rest for an entire year. I kind of forgot about it, didn't play it live, didn't really play it again. And then a year later, I thought of the main hook, and I was like, that was actually a really cool hook. And I think I'm going to revisit the song. And I finished writing it that week. It was kind of like this thing that I was listening to all week in my headphones, and it wasn't coming quickly. It was taking a lot of effort. And then I went to record it with my producer, James Bryan, and he made some great suggestions, like little key melody changes, and we finished writing the song in the studio.
Great. Oh, that's great. So you actually used the studio and sort of did your final tweaks in the studio.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's cool. Do you remember what those tweaks are?
Oh, geez. I've listened to the recorded version of the song so many times now. I think that I had a different pre-chorus melody. So we changed the first part of the pre-chorus melody. And then I think I had done the second verse had been twice as long. And I think we condensed the second half of the second verse and the pre-chorus into just the pre-chorus, just like lyrically made it one thing.
Okay. Really cool. Yeah. And you said you're going to perform live.
I would like to do that. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Okay.
Okay, are we doing that now?
Let's do it now.
All right. I gotta go, I'm leaving home. Thought you were mine, now I don't know what it means again. And I'm dancing in the jungle to your favorite song, me and you, but this time it's me and him. On the drop he finds my waist. We took the drug we used to take while we were making love. I swore I saw your face. Ooh, wherever I go, there you are, there you are, there you are. And ooh, whoever I get to know, Behind my hinged date at the bar is a print of Van Gogh's Night of Stars. There you are. The boring conversation starts. Is it weird to bring up your taste in art? Your face appears in exhaled smoke. I'm laughing at our inside joke. I know I'm better off alone. It doesn't matter though. Wherever I go, there you are, there you are, there you are. And whoever I get to know, there you are, there you are, there you are. Yo, driving spring bank, I think of our first kiss in the Acura your dad bought ya. Algorithmic memories, our photos always on my screen. Main Street, orange, green apartment, Vancouver, COVID, Nicaragua, back to Calgary where it started. I come to pick up my things forgotten. The hallway smells the same, but your hug is different from the 8 years I spent in it. There you are, there you are, there you are. Wherever I go, there you are, there you are, there you are. Whoever I get to know, there you are, there you are, there you are. I gotta go, it's not my home. I realize I no longer know what it's like to be where you are.
Yeah, brilliant. That is great. The yeah, that is such a great chorus, and it's such a nice way going from the verse into the chorus. It's because it's sort of it's smooth, but it has that lift, that like great choruses need. And sometimes people do a chorus, the lift to the chorus, and it's very, there's like this obvious, fifth jump, fourth or fifth jump, and it's like this is the jump, and it's kind of almost jarring. Where this was sort of a smooth, but that soaring ooh just works so well. Um, yeah, and just the way it's great. Like it's very specific, but it's not. So we're not. It doesn't push other people away. Some people write very specific songs, and it's so personal and it's so about them that it's other people can't relate to it. Where I think yours, you've managed to do something that's so personal yet brings other people. And and a lot of people don't like Bono, but he's great at doing that, being emotional and specific, but still lets other people bring to them. And it's great. And the way you handle like your version of the chorus at the end is so cool. Like instead of hitting that ooh, you sort of went low, which is just, I mean, it's such a songwritery kind of thing to do, which I really, really appreciated it. It's, yeah, it's great. And the bridge, and there's like this, it's interesting. You have these songs that are stories that go from this, situation at point A, and then you wind up in situation, point C. And other people say that you should write about a present emotion and talk about that present emotion. And this is talking about a present emotion, but there's like a whole story, and it starts from not a beginning, but it starts in the middle, which is so cool. It's a neat song in so many unusual approaches, but it doesn't sound unusual. Um,
Shucks, thanks so much, Phil. I appreciate all the specific feedback that you're offering me here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's great, and of course, the listeners, you can get the lyric sheets on the show at songtalk.ca in the show notes, and you even included the chords, which is really nice, so
Yeah.
people can play along if they want. Um, Another little detail I really appreciated was your approach to the bridge. Is you changed the approach to the rhythm of the lyric in the bridge. So instead of da 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 da, it's like da da. The faster lyrics was such a cool little thing.
Thanks.
Um,
I really wanted the bridge to sound like it was, because in the first verse we have a very specific moment. In the second verse we have a very specific moment, and then I really wanted the bridge to speed up musically, like feel like it's going faster and kind of like flickering through different memories
Yeah.
that you're always seeing this person like everywhere you go, da 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 da.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course the speeding up of the bridge makes going into your last chorus where you're sort of doing it lower and slower makes that contrast that much more apparent, which is really, really cool. So now, what do you plan on doing with this song now that you've kind of? I know there is a recording of it, which which I've heard of it. But what is your plan for this? Are you planning on releasing it, or what is your game plan for this one?
Yes, so I am working on my second record right now, and this song will be part of it. The song will be one of the singles. I'm not sure of a release date yet. We're just wrapping up the recording of the project in its entirety, and that should be done in the next 8 weeks here. And then after that, I'm really looking to put together a great release plan and get some real support going for the album and make sure that these songs get the release that they deserve. And once that's organized, they're going to be going out into the world.
Oh, cool. Will you be going on a tour, do you think?
Yeah, I do. I'm doing some small touring, regional touring. I've built my music career so far in Calgary, and I've just recently started spending the majority of my time in Toronto. But I'm back to Alberta often. In May and June time, I'm doing a small Alberta tour and a few dates in BC too. But yes, I would love to tour. Touring is tricky, my ideal situation is that an artist kind of that has been on their journey longer than I am and who has a larger fan base is scooping me up and putting me as their opener.
Yes, that would be good. Are you with a label at this point, or?
I'm not with a label. I'm independent.
Yeah. I'm not really clear what labels do anymore, so it's always an interesting
I think
question.
Mostly, I would be interested in partnering with an independent label. I think because of the connections and the resources that they have. Yeah.
So that would go. What have you played this song live?
Yes, I play this song often at all my shows. I play this song now since the fall, autumn of last year. I started playing it a lot.
You said that you're based in Calgary and in Toronto as well. There's such a strong country music scene in Calgary. Have you ever sort of dabbled in that at all?
Country music?
Yeah.
Not really, honestly. I do, my music leans folky, but I have not done any writing, that much writing besides what I just personally want to do. My writing is very selfish, honestly. I really don't do it in a way that's more of a business mindset. You know what I mean? Although I would like to push myself to do that more.
Yeah, it is an odd thing when you talk to those Nashville types. It's so they're putting it's all not formulaic, but there's so much technique. It's all about you got to put the push line here, we got to put the hook line here, and because they do they write 2 songs a day.
Yeah. But like when I start thinking about stuff like that, like the crank line, the push line, or whatever you
Yeah.
just said, like I just
Yeah.
power down creatively. Like I have nothing. But I do realize that's an area that I could grow in, but
Yeah.
I struggle because when I try to grow in that area, it kind of is diluting my natural way of doing it. So maybe not. I don't know.
Well, I think they're different. There's when you have to write on demand, I think you have to have these techniques because, we have these songs that are inspired by God and they just come to us. That's great. But, sometimes you got to produce
Yeah.
and there's nothing inside your head. And so you start off and go, okay, well, here are two chords and we put them together and that's how it worked. But I was interested because there's not a lot of country tone to the songs that I've heard. So
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. But I also want to say I appreciated your approach to melodies and how sort of wide ranging they are. It's not so much now, but definitely about 5 years ago, there was a big movement of having very small melodic changes. Like everything was like na 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 na, like one or two notes, and
Yeah.
which is fine. But I do appreciate having these huge ranges, which are very Joni Mitchell-ish, which I appreciated. But
Well, thank you. That's a big compliment.
yeah, and just chock full of hooks. So it's definitely a great tune. So thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
Yeah, it's. I hope you'll come back again sometime when you got some more songs, because we love to hear songwriting brain. Well, I'm here in the band, so I think that is all the time we have here on Song Talk Radio. Don't forget, we'd love to hear from you on any subject, so email us at feedback@songtalk.ca. We'll share your thoughts on the show. You can find the links to all the products, books, and whatnot we talk about here on the show on the resources page. And no matter if you happen to be in Toronto, Ontario, or anywhere else around the world, why not join us for the Song Talk Radio Songwriters Meetup? It happens online via Zoom and locally in Toronto. It's where you can network with other songwriters and get insightful feedback on your works in progress. It's free to join and free to attend. Stop by the website at songtalk.ca for the link and the info. Now, Maclayne, where can folks get more from you?
Yeah, you can find me on any streaming platform. I have an album out called Off the Deep End, and it's Maclayne, or Maclayne.com. On socials, it's Maclayne Music.
Awesome. You can get more of Neil at neilmodi.com and more of me at philemery.ca. And stop by the website at songtalk.ca to browse past shows and find out how you can be a guest on the show. Thanks for listening, everyone. And as always, keep on writing. And we're done. Yeah, that is a really great song.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, it's really nice. You should stop by this Song Talk now that you're hanging out in Toronto.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm actually originally from Toronto and moved out to St. John's a little while ago, St. John's, Newfoundland, and can be coming back to Toronto in a bit. So that's where I met Neil, and we started off the podcast about 11 years ago. So we've been doing this a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a song. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah. So what it is, it's the idea is people come in and they bring like a partially finished song, or maybe a song they're having trouble with, or they're not sure about it, and then they play it to other songwriters, and that way you can actually get useful feedback on the songs. Because you play it to your friends, they go, "Oh, that sounds good," but it doesn't do
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
And it's really great, and it's that's I went to a couple of the songwriter meetups, and then I was asked to host it, and then I realized I couldn't do it every month, and then I asked Neil to join, and then we had another guy there, and then it became the podcast and the radio show. We used to be on, well, we're still on Met Radio or whatever it's called now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think we're still in. I think we're in the U.S. somewhere too. I can't lost track of those things, but yeah, it's really great, and basically everyone gets a chance to give feedback on the songs. It's not just the hosts; it's like everyone,
Yeah.
and it's really good. And then we do it online, and online we have people from like Australia and the States and Ireland and stuff coming on, which is really cool.
Everybody shares a song.
Yeah. Or some people just want to listen and sometimes chime in, but most people share a song. If it's really really busy, we have to limit it to be 12 because
Goes for a long time.
yeah, it can go for a long time, and online it gets kind of tiring. When we do it in person, we do it every other month in person, um, and now we're doing it 3 times cafe.
Oh, oh,
And
I went to that. That's how I got this connected to Neil, who then
yeah, well,
would
that's
do
Neil.
this.
Yeah.
So
Well,
okay,
so you've already been there,
I won't.
so never mind.
But it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, no, it was great, and it's a lot of fun, and a great way of meeting people too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I met some good people there for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll edit the podcast, and it'll be a couple of weeks, and when the podcast goes live, we'll send you an email, and if you could share it on your socials, that would
Yeah,
be
for
awesome.
sure. Definitely. This was a really, really fun experience.
Yeah.
And are you part of like a band, or you're mostly songwriting as a hobby, or doing this full time? Like what's your
Well, back in the day, I fronted a band, and we had management and all that stuff, and toured around Toronto and all that. Back when we all had spiky hair and everyone tried to sound like the
Oh,
Smiths.
nice.
Um,
Yeah.
but I've done a couple of played in jazz trios. And my last major band was sort of a punky power pop band called the Parkdale Hookers, and
Okay.
we wore nice business suits and play loud punk, and that was really great. I got to work with people like Nick Blagona, who produced The Police and stuff, and
Oh, sweet.
10cc and Chicago, and that was really cool. So that was really fun. And after that broke up, I've just sort of been writing on my own and just kind of getting lost. But I do miss playing in a band. I hope to get into a band again because it's there's nothing like it. It's
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
your
so
life.
much fun.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I always, when I don't perform for a while, I'm always missing it. Like, feels like
Yeah.
something.
It's
Yeah.
like there's a sock in your head. You kind of get woolly,
Yeah.
and then you play, and then you feel 10 pounds lighter, and it's
Yeah. So
yeah,
true. Gives you clarity.
yeah, it really does, and it's yeah. So something I hope to get back to in the next little while. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm trying to hit open mics and, get to know people and everything like that. So I'm
yeah.
sure I'll see you out on the scene too.
There's so many, and like there's so much happening in Toronto. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
It's great, and just do as much as you can because you just never know who you meet. Like you just need to meet that one person who says, "Hey, I know this producer guy. Like Daniel Lanois. You should talk to him." And that's usually
Yeah.
what it is. It's not these things. It's just talking to people or saying, "Hey, you need a backup singer."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, totally.
to it.
Yeah, you never know who's in the room, right?
Oh God, it's true. It's
Yeah.
I went to the songwriters meetup, and then Neil was the first person I met, and then we became close friends. And he's in Toronto, and I'm in St. John's, and we do all this.
You're in St. John's, Newfoundland?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Moved out here, and
okay. Yeah. Okay, I thought that you were in Toronto. That must have sounded really silly. I'll see you out at the scene. Like, probably not.
Well, I go back to Toronto a lot, and
Oh, okay,
I'll be moving back. It looks like I'll be moving back there, but it's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. St. John's is very, very far away.
It is far away. I would really like to visit Newfoundland someday. I think the nature
Newfoundland is
beautiful.
amazing. It's unlike anything else you've been to, and you can take a walk down to the ocean and see whales.
Oh my
something.
God. I love
But
it.
we're getting 15 centimeters of snow tonight, so see.
Oh my God. Okay, so you'll win some, you'll lose some.
That's
with
true.
Newfoundland.
Well, thanks so much for this. This was wonderful, and we'll send you an email when the show is on, and we hope you can come back on.
Yeah, great. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much for having me again, Phil. Bye-bye.
Take care. Have a good night. Bye.